Hello, this is Zdenka. In today's video, we will be talking about stock rejections, and specifically, we will focus on focus problems. Before I start, I would love to greet everyone out there watching this video, and I would love to thank you so much for leaving all the comments on my stock photography tutorial videos. I promise I will make a lot more of these. Now, I'm ready to move on, so let's get on to today's topic. First of all, model for today's video, her name is Lauren, and you can find her on Instagram at Lauren_Elise. I did an outdoor test shoot with her, which turned out really well, and I have to admit, we got extremely lucky with the weather since it was really cool at night. We had this beautiful fog and lots of fog coming from the lake in the morning hours. The fog was blocking the sun, so we ended up with this really beautiful soft light, and in the background, you know, the fog was coming from the lake, so we had a lot of that as well. And you know what? You cannot go wrong with that. If you are getting emails from stock agencies rejecting your photos over focus issues, here is what you need to do. This is normally what I am doing. First of all, make sure you shoot with a lots of light. When you take a photo of a subject, the main part of the subject should be nice and sharp. For example, when I'm taking a photo of a person's face, eyes need to be sharp. They need to be in focus, not a chin or lips, unless it's a part of the face I photographed with the main focus. I would just photograph the part of the face like lips or smile, for example. Then I would make sure lips are sharp. So the basic thing with DSLR is, if you shoot with shallow depth of field, such as f1.4 or 2.8, you first want to point at eyes, half press the shutter, move the camera to recompose the shot, and then fully press the button to take the photo. If I am taking photos of people which don't know anything about photography, they usually laugh or say something when I'm doing all these moves up and down with my camera. Make sure your shutter speed is high, otherwise you might end up with a different problem, and that is blur. People usually cannot hold steadily shot anything less than 1/60th a second. And you can do the same thing when you're taking photos with your smartphone. So if I'm taking a photo of a person, I tap on the eyes and I hold it there so it focuses the eyes, then recompose the photo and take it. When I take the photo and I have the unfortunate luck that the main area is a little bit soft, it's not sharp enough, here's a trick I do in Photoshop to fix it. If I feel the image is a great seller and it's worth saving. So now that we have our Photoshop open up, actually let's bring the photo to 100% view. Let's see the actual pixels. And I'm looking at the eyes area and I see that it's a bit soft here. It's a bit, you know, it's not sharp enough. So I'm going to grab the lasso tool and I select eyes with the eyebrows. Then I go to select, modify, smooth, and I usually use about 7, let's say, pixels. Click OK. That will smooth the area so the sharpness is not very harsh at the edges here. And I apply filter, sharpen, sharpen. Now I see that these eyes are a bit sharper. This one is a little bit too much, so I go edit, fade, sharpen, and I use about, I don't know, about 60%. Deselect. This eye is still a little bit out of focus, so again I'm gonna circle the eye, do select, modify, smooth, 7 pixels, and I apply filter, sharpen, and sharpen again. And I see again it's a little bit too much. Edit, fade, sharpen, and this time I'm gonna probably fade it to about, I'd say about 74. Deselect. Now if I see that they're just, it's a bit grainy here and it's a bit pixelated, then I'll simply use a blur tool and I put it about on 35%. The brush is about good size, 35, and I just simply click where it seems a little bit too pixelated. Done. Save the image and it should work, it should pass. This trick works for me every single time. I always pass the test. So that's it for today's video. I hope that by applying these tricks, you will get a lot less emails when it comes to stock issues, focus issues. Let me know how it goes by commenting below. If you have any questions as well, if you have a request on a certain topic, on a certain video, don't be shy, comment below as well. Don't forget to subscribe and for more videos, and I'll see you next week again. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ahoy.